Hey guys, this is Steli FT with Closeo. Let's talk about your follow-up game plan for your cold sales emails. So today I was talking to somebody who was asking me, "Hey Steli, when we send out cold emails, what should be our follow-up game plan? How many times do we follow up? When do we follow up? What do we write in those follow-up emails? What do we do and when do we stop and how do we succeed with it?" It's an excellent question. A lot of people that know me know that I love the follow up. I believe truly that winning is happening in the follow up, not in the showing up, but in the follow up. And that's where most of your competitors, most of the people out there will stop eventually following up. If you're the one that's more persistent, if your follow up hustle is harder than your competitors, you're going to win. But and to say something else or something additionally, and you can read up on this. We're going to link up on this somewhere in the video. I believe that when you have a positive interaction with somebody, when you had a meeting, a phone call, a presentation, you connected with somebody replied to your email, whenever there was a true connection and some level of engagement with somebody that showed interest in what you did, and you follow up and you don't hear from them, you should follow up indefinitely, forever, until you get a result, either a yes or a no. It doesn't even matter if it's a no. It doesn't even matter if it's a yes. The important thing is to create the outcome. The important thing is not to stop creating some story in your head why they don't reply anymore, but to follow up consistently and indefinitely. But what do you do with a cold email? I send out a cold sales email and I don't hear back. What's the game plan? What's the no-nos? What's the best strategy and tactics to success here? Here's what I would recommend to you. In general, you should always experiment with these ideas. No matter what you read, no matter what you hear somewhere, you should always test them yourself and see what works best for your market and your product. But here's what I would do. Here's the cold email follow-up game plan that I would put into action if I were you today to win and dominate the market. So here's what you do. When you send the first email, a first cold email, I would set up a follow-up plan that involves a maximum of another 4 follow-up emails. So you want to send 3 to 4 follow-up cold emails to your original cold sales email. I personally wouldn't do more, but I would also not do less. 3 to 4 follow-up emails is the right frequency, the right sequence, the right number if you ask me. Now, the frequency should be heavily focused and concentrated at the beginning and then gets a little more loose. So let's say I send you a cold sales email today, introducing myself, telling you here's what we do, here's why it's relevant to you, here's what I want you to do next, please reply, let's find a time next week to chat. If that's kind of the first cold email that you send out, or if your first cold email is more about finding the decision maker and you say, hey, here's what we do, who in your organization is responsible for X, Y, Z, can you put me in touch? If that's your first email, the next follow-up email that I would send is the very next day. Don't wait a week, don't wait a month. The beginning, you want to follow up really tightly. The next day, you send a follow-up email. That follow-up email should basically say the same thing your first email said. Maybe if your first email is 2 paragraphs long, the follow-up email should just be 2 sentences. Maybe if your first email is 2 sentences, the follow-up email can be 2 paragraphs. You want to keep it short and tight. The structure should be the same. Here's what we do. Here's why it's relevant to you. Here's what I want you to do next. Here's my call to action. Here's what my ask is to you. Keep it short and tight. Don't write something completely different. Don't add a million attachments. Don't go overboard. Just keep it short and tight. And here's the thing. Most people think that the reason why they get a response in the follow-up email is because they said something smarter or better or more effective in the follow-up email. And nothing could be further from the truth. The reason why people respond to your follow-up email is because of timing, much more often than because of content. Timing means the original email that you send out was just sent out at the wrong time. I opened it, I looked at it, I wasn't sure, I had some ideas, some thoughts, some confusion. Maybe it was busy, maybe I was in the middle of a meeting. Something prevented me from taking action and I just forgot about it. And then you send me another email and that email is received from me at the right time. I open it, when I'm at home, everybody is already asleep. I'm opening in the morning in the office, there's nothing to do, there's nobody else there. and I actually have time to respond, think about it, and then respond. Timing is a much bigger factor for the effectiveness on your follow-up email than the content. You didn't say something more brilliant this time. If I decide with the first cold email that you send me that I really don't want to interact with you, nothing that you're going to say in a follow-up email is going to convert me. The people that you're going to convert with your follow-up email on the cold email are the people that are somewhat interested, but just it wasn't the right time for them to respond. So you send the first cold email, and then the first follow-up is 1 day later, and it's basically the same content, maybe a little shorter, maybe just 1-2 sentences longer, but it's the same content again. Just try to use a different time in the day. If you send it early in the morning, maybe you want to do it in the afternoon, and vice versa. It's just different time to mix things up and increase your chances for success here. So first email, you explain what you do. The first follow-up email to your cold email a day later, and content-wise, it says the very same thing. The next follow-up email might be 2 days after that. So 2 days after your last email, you send another follow-up email. And this one, you might not even want to explain anything. All you do is you just state the ask again. You say, hey, when will be a great time for us to discuss this? How about Tuesday or Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time? That's all you do. Dry, clean, clear, focused. Hey, I already explained what we're doing 2 emails before this. Let's quickly connect. When can you talk? That's all you're asking me to do, is to make a decision. When can I talk? This time or that time? Right? That's the third email, the second follow-up to the original cold sales email that you sent me. And then the fourth one, what you might want to do, the fourth one you might send out 4 or 5 days after the last email, and that one could be a breakup email. And what is the breakup email? It's a beautiful format where you basically, in the subject line, you say goodbye to me. You say goodbye from Stelly. And then when they open the email, it says, hey, I truly believe that what we do could be a great fit. I truly believe we should chat for 10 minutes and see and explore if we could work together and make this actually work for both parties. But I've tried to contact you multiple times over the last 7 days without success. So today I'm taking you off my list. This is the very last time you're going to hear from me. If you want to change that, and I would love to talk to you, if you want to change it, I'll put the power to you. Here's all my contact details, all the ways for you to get in touch with me. Contact me at any time for us to take 10 minutes to explore if we can work together and make something great happen. That breakup email will have a pretty good response. Again, not for the people that decided with the first email that they don't care. These people you'll never convert, at least not through email, at least not in the short term. This is an email for the people that thought, this might be interesting. I might want to know more. But for one reason or another, they didn't reply, and they forgot about it, and they thought they'll do it later. And then they see that email, and it prompts in them, oh shit, this person's taking me off their list, but I actually want to chat with them. It also makes you reverse the dynamic a little bit and show them that, yes, you're reaching out. Yes, you're trying and hustling hard to get in touch with them, but you also are respectful of their time, and you have other things to do as well. So you're going to take them off your list, right? You're creating desirability by taking it away from them and taking them off your precious list. For some reason, people just hate that, and they'll reply and be like, no, I'm kind of interested. You'll see that the reply rates are going to be pretty sweet towards the goodbye email at the end. Try that out. That's your sequence for your follow-up on your original cold sales email. The first follow-up is 1 day later, then you do another 2 days later, another 4 days later. You state what you do, why it's relevant to them, and what to do next. You do that again. You then just ask for the what to do next. When can we talk? When can we chat? And then eventually you tell them that they'll never hear again from you. That's going to make a lot of people snap into action, actually reach out to you. Use this cold email follow-up strategy and the cold email follow-up game plan to go out there and crush it, to make your business successful, to drive more sales and close more deals.